Hello gamers, welcome back. Today I'm going to be showing you how you can block hit more effectively. Now, I know a lot of people when they block it like this. As you can see, I'm pressing right click and left click at exactly the same time, and it makes this kind of spammy effect like this, as you can see. And what people do is they hold down W, and when they block it, they're constantly sprint resetting, so they do tons of knockback. Now, while in certain situations this is good, for example being blocked into another player, there's definitely a much better way of doing this. So yeah, watch to the end guys, because I'm about to show you how you can block it effectively. Okay, so in order to understand how to block it effectively, we need to understand how blocking works. So I'm doing this math teacher style and using Microsoft Paint. Alright, so let's say this is you, and this is another player, okay? This is very good, accurate representations of players. And you're block hitting, and the player's block hitting. Well, actually, no, the player's not block hitting. The player's running towards you and about to hit you. Now, if you're spam block hitting, yeah, that means you're spam block hitting. Yeah, that's spam block hitting. And the other player's running directly towards you. What's happening is you're constantly speeding up and slowing down your movement. So that means that this player is going to be able to run towards you immediately, and then you're just going to go flying because, you know, like, you're block hitting, you're not moving much. If you don't know, in Minecraft, movement is good. Yeah, movement is probably the most important part of PvP in Minecraft, and in order to get a better combo, you need to be moving faster than your opponent. So then you may be thinking, well, why block hit? It slows down your movement. I'm sure most of you know by now that, you know, sprint resetting just helps you get more knockback. If you're sprinting and you stop sprinting and sprint again, then you get more knockback and everything like that. But obviously when you sprint reset, you slow yourself down, which means you're going to only want to block hit once per hit. Now, this might sound awfully familiar to W tapping, but there's actually a huge difference between these two. See, the difference between W tapping and block hitting is when you're W tapping, you're stopping your movement completely. See, this means you're stopping your movement, yeah. But when you're block hitting, you're moving really slowly and then going back to moving really fast. So, W tapping is stopping and moving really fast, whereas block hitting is moving really slowly, then moving fast. And the good thing about this is that means that block hitting is actually way faster, well actually no, not way faster, slightly faster than W tapping. And another really good advantage of block hitting is that you take less damage. That means you take less damage, yeah. Whereas with W tapping, you don't take less damage. Honestly, block hitting can be used instead of W tapping entirely. But that's kind of more complicated to explain when to use both of them. Overall, I think the majority of people would say W tapping is better for speed PvP, but personally I think I mainly use block hitting for that. It's really up to the player. So anyways, with all that out of the way, I'm going to show you how you're supposed to be block hitting. So let's say you're this player, right? And this player here is also over here, and you're fighting him, right? So before block hitting, you want to wait till a hit's registered on the other player. And you can tell this by their player flashing red. So let's say I've just hit this guy and his player flashes red. That means his player's flashed red. What I want to do now is I want to block. Now, the good thing about blocking directly after hitting a player is that there's two situations that can happen unless you have terrible aim. The first situation is that both of you are going to exchange hits, which is usually what happens in most sweaty fights. And the good thing about this is that if you've got the first hit and you're blocking for half a second, there's a really small chance you'll take less damage because you're blocking when they're hitting you. This is great because it's perfectly in timed when they would hit you, or at least when the server would register your hit. It's very important to make sure you only block when the hit's been registered. If you just hit the player, then that's registering on your client compared to the server. That's difficult to explain, so I won't, but just pretend you understand, okay? Anyways, that's the first situation that can happen. And the other situation that can happen is that you're fighting your player, you block, yeah, that's blocking. You're going towards them, and obviously you block after you've hit them. And then what happens is you sprint reset, and then you get another hit, so you get a double hit, and that means the player goes even further away, and they go upwards as well because of upwards velocity, and when a player goes upwards, that means that you can combo them. I know, it's very, ooh, okay. Yeah, I know, that's pretty difficult to explain on Paint, so I'm going to show you an example right now in game. Okay, so currently I'm on My Man, and I'm going to queue into a game called Top Bridge Fight. In my opinion, this is probably the best mode to play if you want to practice block hitting. I've managed to get myself a 61 win streak on this mode, which at the time was the 8th best in the server. So Top Bridge Fight is basically just a mode where you have to go to the top of a bridge and fight it out with somebody with swords. And the swords are really OP because you can abuse block hitting. So as you can see here, if I just get the right... There we have it, alright. So as you saw there, basically what I did was I just hit the player, blocked, hit him again, and blocked. That's all there is to it, really. And make sure you're holding down W at the same time. Now, it's also important that you don't W tap by mistake, because that's what I did a lot. Now what I do is I butterfly click and block hit. You don't have to do this. Normal clicking and block hitting can be really easy as well. I think it's much easier. It's just that, like, I'm a butterfly click main, so... Oh my gosh. Okay, I completely threw there. Guys, I have an excuse, alright? I had the COVID vaccine. My arms are completely dead. Anyways, here we go. This is the last round, unless I lose it somehow. There we go. I managed to block it there, and I won the duel. So yeah, guys, hopefully you learned something in this video. This will help a lot on Hypixel, actually, because I know Hypixel is very movement-based because of how laggy it is. But yeah, guys, like, sub, check out this video, and bye!